Friends, today I am going to give you the best trick and complete information on dehydration of alcohols to alkenes. Actually, we know alcohols on dehydration give two types of products, alkenes and ethers. But our today's class is related to formation of alkenes because we know, so this is very important for both boards and competitive examination. And dehydration of alcohols also gives ethers. Okay, there is a separate video for that. But what are the favorable conditions for formation of alkenes? Let's see, in dehydration of alcohols, actually what are dehydrating agents? Already we know from P block elements, concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent, and along with this concentrated H3PO4, or sometimes in the examination you will be simply given as H plus heating. All these are conditions for dehydration. Heating is required, high temperature is required for dehydration. In addition to these, you can also use some dehydrating agents, but there is a difference between these two sets. This is a particular set and this is another set. Okay, let's see what is the difference later, but now just have a look on these three reactions. Primary alcohol on dehydration gives this alkene, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohol. But you see, when I move from primary alcohol to secondary alcohol to tertiary alcohol, conditions becomes milder. Means secondary and tertiary alcohols undergo dehydration under mild conditions. Okay, in comparison to primary alcohols. It means when we talk about reactivity order of alcohols towards dehydration, tertiary alcohols are more reactive than secondary alcohols than primary alcohols. Methyl alcohol does not undergo dehydration, okay, because of lack of beta carbon. So this is the condition. This is clear. Okay, conditions are mild in secondary and tertiary. Tertiary even more milder than secondary. So tertiary alcohols are more reactive than secondary than primary. So what is the reason for this? Let's see the mechanism of this reaction. Okay, there is a standard mechanism for this dehydration of alcohols. Suppose I am taking ethyl alcohol. Okay, NCERT example. This is also famous for board examination, and for all questions you can write mechanism. Okay, so first acidic condition is there. We know oxygen of alcohol acts as nucleophile. Okay, that is that has lone pair, that gives a lone pair to the H plus, and it acts as a base as well because it donates lone pair to H plus. Now oxycation is formed. What do you call it? Oxycation. So now after formation of this oxycation, we know water is a good leaving group. Water goes out and carbocation is the intermediate. This is in fact the rate determining step. We know in an elimination reaction, if carbocation is formed as the intermediate, and that should be E1 mechanism. In the final step, base, suppose I have taken sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid, we know dissociation H plus and HSO4 minus. This hydrogen sulfate ion abstracts base from beta carbon, and it gives the final product like this. Okay, it means H2S4 acts as a catalyst because this one with H plus goes out as sulfuric acid, so alkane is formed. So you see the mechanism, this is E1 mechanism, and mechanism goes through the intermediate carbocation. So when we use this one or simply this one acidic condition on heating with alcohol, dehydration takes place through carbocation. Okay, so this is the chief difference between dehydration of alcohols to alkene and that to yield ethers. In ether formation, carbocation is not formed. Okay, carbocation is not formed. Now let's see the chief difference between these two. Actually, when we use acid catalyst, as dehydrating as agent, then rearrangement is possible. Rearrangement of the intermediate is possible. Because what is the intermediate? Carbocation. Carbocation intermediate is formed. So rearrangement is possible. We will go through that example. But here no rearranged product, because the condition you see, the condition is not acidic. Rearranged product is not formed. Means every time it is beta elimination. Beta elimination. When we use hot alumina, hot anhydrous Cl2, potassium hydrogen sulfate. So when mechanism with this, then simple beta elimination takes place. Means without writing the mechanism, you can write the product. Okay, you can expand this like this. Beta elimination, direct beta elimination. Like this. Suppose you have an example of this. Okay, alcohol you are given and Al2O3 heating condition is there. We know that is dehydrating agent. So alpha carbon is this, beta carbon is this, and direct beta elimination. If I remove from this, you will get Hoffman product. Hoffman product can never be the major product. Zaitsev or Zaitsev product should be the major product. So you have to write the alkane with more number of alpha hydrogen atoms. Okay, so direct elimination without any kind of intermediate formation. Okay, this question is rare, but this is more common for boards and competitive examination. So let us take some more examples of alcohols in which the intermediate carbocation undergoes rearrangement. Okay, because rearrangement is very important concept. Already I have made 2 to 3 videos on rearrangement of carbocations. 1 to hydride shift, 1 to methyl shift. In another video I taught ring expansion in carbocations in detail. So now let's see dehydration of some important alcohols. Unexpected products are formed. Okay, let's see. First one is this. H plus heating you are given. Okay, H plus heating you are given. So acidic condition, no doubt carbocation formation takes place. So we know tertiary carbocation is more stable. So that's why in alcohols tertiary alcohol is the most reactive towards dehydration. Primary alcohol is least reactive, because from the mechanism we can say that tertiary carbocation is most stable. Always tertiary is most stable among primary, secondary and tertiary. So that's why tertiary alcohols are more reactive. So we know the mechanism. Minus water, okay, OH to oxycation will be formed, no doubt. From oxycation you can remove water. Water is a good leaving group. This carbocation is formed. Let's check, is there any possibility of rearrangement here? Let's check. 1,2 hydride shift is possible. After hydride shift, you see secondary carbocation becomes a tertiary carbocation. Secondary carbocation becomes a tertiary carbocation. So from this H plus elimination takes place. Always remove H plus in such a way that Zaitsev product should be the major product. Okay, this is the final product. Okay, I mean major product. Minor product is also formed. Minor product means you can remove hydrogen from this one as well. Double bond CH2, CH2, CH3, and it should be minor product. Okay, so this kind of mechanism, because you see for competitive examination we cannot expect very easy questions, so you have to solve through mechanism. Difficult questions we expect. Like this, you are given any other example. Suppose you are given this alcohol, H plus heating you are given. In another way, Al2O3 heating you are given. Al2O3 heating means no intermediate formation, no carbocation, straight away you see remove OH from this, and is there any hydrogen here? Yes, hydrogen from this, you will get this product. Okay, straight away. But when it comes to H plus and heating, acidic condition, you have to write the mechanism. OH2 plus, removal of water, carbocation intermediate, yes sir. Hydride shift is possible, yes sir. Okay, let's see, is it possible or not? Hydride shift you do. After that you got this. Is it more stable than this? Yes sir, because it is secondary, it is tertiary. And now remove H plus. Okay, as usual, from this or this, both are equivalent carbons. Product is same, you see. Okay, when you talk about this with acidic condition and non-acidic condition, product is same, but mechanism, you see, carbocation and rearrangement is there, but here no such kind of rearrangement, so directly you can eliminate water. Okay, that is direct beta elimination. So let's talk one more example in which intermediate undergoes ring expansion, because many examples are there, but still we can talk about every category, at least one example from every category. I mean, without rearrangement of carbocation, rearrangement of carbocation, ring expansion. Okay, now you are given this kind of alcohol, H plus heating you are given. Okay, then no doubt, without any second thought, oxycation formation, remove water, directly you can write carbocation. And you know, positive charge is present out of the ring, and ring expansion is quite possible. Okay, now you see this carbon. Now at adjacent carbon, positive charge is formed. Now what is the ring size? You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6-membered ring, and there is a methyl group, yes. At adjacent to this methyl group, positive charge is present, yes, positive charge is there. And now after ring expansion, we got 6-membered ring. Is there any possibility of hydride shift? Yes, 1,2 hydride shift is again possible. Means what? There is no restriction for number of rearrangements, but in each rearrangement carbocation stability must increase. That is the only criterion. Now H plus from this, remove H plus, and you will get the final product, this one. Okay, so we cannot expect this kind of product directly from this without writing the mechanism. So this is the importance of mechanism. So let me conclude this. So it is E1 mechanism. Carbocation formation takes place, E1 mechanism, and high temperature favors this, high temperature, and distillation of alkene, both the conditions favor formation of alkene, I mean dehydration. And next one, rate of reaction is equal to alcohol concentration. Higher the alcohol concentration, then higher the rate. Okay, rearrangement is possible, already I talked. In acidic condition, rearrangement is quite possible. If we talk about energy profile diagram, suppose you are starting from reactant state, that is alcohol gives oxycation ROH2 plus. Actually oxycation has more number of covalent bonds, that's why it has little bit lower energy than ROH. And what is the rate determining step? Formation of carbocation. You see, carbocation intermediate is formed, the final product is formed like this. Okay, so it is alkene. Alkene must be present higher to the starting alcohol. Okay, alcohol must be present lower side, alkene must be present higher side. What's the reason? Alkene is less stable than alcohol, more number of covalent bonds, less number of covalent bonds, pi bond is there, so it is less stable than this. So in the first step, oxycation formation. Second step, RDS, you see high activation energy, RDS and carbocation in the last step alkene formation takes place. Okay, so this is energy profile diagram. So without rearrangement possible, generally without rearrangement in alumina, I mean non-acidic conditions. In acidic conditions also, if it is a primary alcohol, okay, like ethanol. Anyway, when question comes in examination, it is better to solve through the mechanism. Okay, which kind of mechanism? Rearrangement, hydride shift, methyl shift, and ring expansion, all possibilities are there. Okay, so this is complete information about dehydration of alcohols to